Race number 9, 1400 metres here for the second last. It's a Class 3 contest, and the field headed by Beauty Spirits. Be ridden by Neil Callan. Tony Cruz, the trainer. He'll jump from barrier number 3. The Hulk returns to action. Haven't seen him since April. Visor off for the comeback as well. Win-win. We did win last time out. Jerry Chow jumps on board, takes £10 off his back. Comes up with barrier 13 though. He won off the inside gate. Private Rocket, who Jerry Chow rode last time out. Antoine Hamplin jumps on board him. He'll jump from barrier number 4. Kazi Farazi with the hood and the tongue tie off. Xanthus replaced by Chairman Lowe. Down to Great Treasure, and then Joyful Heart, who jumps off from barrier number 2. Been disappointing on his last 2 starts, but an inside gate might help his course somewhat. Win-win, Craig Star, Alkari and Great Treasure are the horses, Mark, that have been up to Chungfa and back in the last month.
We've got a good to slow pace here. Andrew over the 1400 with Hello Beauty rolling to the front over Private Rocket. Craig Star left on the outer. Alkari, 3 wide around Flying on the Turf and Beauty Spirit. Couple of lines of 3 then. Back to Win-Win and Great Treasure. We'll be hoping that the speed's more good than it is slow.
First one we'll look at here is the Hulk. He goes nicely in his work. He's had a lot of slow work, this horse, and this is one of his gallops here. Moves comfortably. The tricky thing is the draw here, barrier 11. But look, his work's been good, and he goes nicely enough. Win-Win. Now, he was impressive last start, but he did have all the favours from barrier 1 on a yielding track. It's a lot different ball game here with a barrier number 13 for him with an apprentice on. So we'll see how he gets on though. And Craig Star thought he ran really well after coming back down from Chungfa there. He's won off a similar rating before, and his work's been pretty good, Craig Star. That's some 41 on the inside there.
OK, we'll come back to him in a moment or so. Let's start off with the top weight here, though, and that is Beauty Spirit. Neil Callan rides. He won 2 starts back. We're having a look at his run when he's 4th to Amazing Chocolate here, Mark. So he's been ultimately 5 odd lengths, nearly 6 lengths, but Amazing Chocolate's in rare form. He
won by 5 1/4 Amazing Chocolate, so he's pretty close to the place getters here. He does have to carry that 133 pounds again. He just found it slightly too much to get into the placings last time. He was a winner 2 starts ago off the 127 pounds pull.
Yeah, that's the query for me. He's just right up in weight now. But look, he ran nicely enough there. There's no match for the winner, obviously, but he stayed on OK.
All right, Win-Win got through for his win last time out with Great Treasure. Chairman Lowe and Hello Beauty also engaged here, Paul. Yeah,
now this was the yielding track, and he got through it really nicely and won well. Like, he's got the apprentice on to bring the weight off his back. It's whether he can put 2 together, and you know, it's completely different circumstances on Saturday.
The Great Treasure runs on well at the end here. He's come up with the inside draw and a weight allowance as well. So if the speed's on and he can get a clear passage through, he should be running home nicely again.
All right, so Win-Win with the win, stays in the class, but with the claim, as Paul said, he's actually carrying £3 less on his back. Now, Craig Star was a good run last time out. He's finishing second here to Marvel Dragon with Private Rocket, Paul, and Joyful Heart in behind.
Yeah, really like this run of Craig Star. Now, the horse last win was off 68. He's rated 70, so he's pretty close to that. He hit the line strongly. Wagner Borges is in good form at the moment. He's got a nice run just in behind. So he's the one I'm going to go with, Craig Star. I thought he hit the line really well here. Private Rocket, look, it was not a bad run from him as well. He did have the apprentice claim, so he has to carry a bit more weight, but he has now got the senior jockey.
Went for that rails run, Craig Star, at the 200 metre mark. If he had have got it, he might have very well have won the race. He had to check off the heels. Private Rocket, they've been mixing the tactics a little, ridden forward, ridden back, so keen to see what they do this week.
All right, Alkari, a little bit disappointing on his last 2 starts maybe, Paul, but he's been up and down in trip. His 2 wins have been over 1,000 and 1,200. This, of course, is the 14.
Yeah, and he's drawn 12. Look, he gallops OK up here in Chungfa. He is getting on in age now a bit as well, Alkari. Well, he isn't actually. Seems like he has. He's been around a long time, but he's still only a 5-year-old. Alkari's had the 31 starts. I've left him out. I just don't think he's in good enough form on the track.
Yeah, I just question how strong that opposition was in the trial, so I was happy to risk him as well. Yeah, not this week.
All right, but Kazi Farazi, Paul, has come up as favourite. He's a horse I think you've included in the past. Does he make it into your top 4?
Yeah, he definitely does. There's a few red flags with Kazi Farazi. I'm going to go with Craig Star, though. I just think this is his race. He's was a little bit unlucky not to get the gaps at the right time with Craig Star. And look, I think he can win this. Private Rocket, although he hasn't got the weight, the relief this time, he's got a senior jockey on. I don't know if the tactics worked last time, so I think they'll just take a bit of cover with him. Now, Kazi Farazi, he's changed stables. He's now Dennis Yip. Zach Purden jumps aboard. We know how deadly that combination has been. The tongue tie, the hood comes on. He's been really well rated. He hasn't trialled, but Zach Purden's done a lot of work with him just about in every gallop. So I can see why there is a bit of interest in him. And Joyful Heart's the one I've got in there for fourth. Good draw, should get a nice run. His last two haven't been that good, but I think he'll get a nice, better run from a lower draw. And with a light weight, I think he can feature in it as well. So 6, 8, 9 and 14, but I'm going to make the 6 the best of the day.
Agree with you on the 6, Craig Star for sure and certain. We saw the replay, went for that rails run at the 200 metre mark. It didn't quite appear. If it comes, he's thrown the inside with momentum. He had to stop, he had to check out and around. In the end, he couldn't run down Marvel Dragon. Fantastic Show's run third in that race. We know he's a pretty promising galloper. Fantastic Show. Wagner Borges again. He's back half of the program as far as rides go. Is very strong. He rides this one for Denny Shum, looking for win 45 for the season. He's won twice at Sha Tin. Both of those wins have been over the 1400 metres. 9 goes in for second, Kazi Farazi. Hood and the tongue tie come off. Zach's ridden him once for a victory. That was in a Class 3 off a rating of 69. It's the old stable change ploy again, now with Dennis Ship. For third, number 13, Great Treasure. 65 start veteran, the 8-year-old is. 6 of his 7 wins have been over the 1400 metres at Sha Tin. He'll be hoping there is good pace. He draws barrier number 1. Jack Wong takes a £3 claim. So £114 on the back of Great Treasure. And Hello Beauty. £7 claim for Alfie Chen and John Moore. He had some excuses last time. There's a 0 next to his name. It was a yielding track, but outside of that, he was found to be lame the morning after the race. Priory ran 7th behind Amazing Chocolate, beaten 7. So in essence, he was beaten 2 1/4, or in fact 1 3/4 off second, and a second behind Beauty Spirit 3 starts ago. So if you're happy to forget that last run, thought it'd be handy enough and could run somewhere in the top 4. 6, 9, 13 and 4.
And a very comprehensive top 4 that was as well, Mike. I got the 6 on top also, so a clean sweep for Craig Star there in race number 9. One more race to go, plus all the best bets. That comes up next.